We, our treadmate, lower your iPod and surrender your time. Your enthusiasm and passion for Star Trek will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.
Sorry?
Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hey, welcome. Do we not have jobs? Thank you very much for coming along today for the first fan panel discussion. What are we debating here today? The one on the notes?
Best movie. The best movie.
Best movie, right. Shall we do a quick show of hands, real quick? Whose favourite movie is The Undiscovered Country? Favourite? Real, better than all the rest?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep sliding off this damn thing, so I'm gonna stand up because that is not that comfortable. Besides, I can see more of you from up here. Okay, Paramount had an element going for a while. Everybody's heard of the Star Trek curse: odd numbers and even numbers movies, right? And it's fairly safe to say that if anybody ever turned around and said, the motion picture is the best movie ever, they're probably going to get shot. Okay? But it's actually, if you think back and look at it differently, it's actually not that bad. Provided you have plenty of tea, plenty of snacks, and you may have some laundry or something else to do at the same time, you don't notice how long it takes to leave Space Off. But that's just one of 11 movies now, if you include J.J. Abrams' 2009 Spectacular. Okay. So there was a relief to see it back on the big screen, certainly. Definitely, I have to agree with you there. I was very happy to see Star Trek back in the forefront. Let those Jedis know who's really running things. But, you know, that's just one of 11. So what we're going to look at today is which one is your favorite? Which one do you actually think takes the crown? I think it's fairly safe to say that it's going to be an even-numbered film. Wouldn't you agree? Yes.
I did hear a little woo from the front when you mentioned motion picture. I think it was the guy in the red shirt. Yeah, he was asking for it. It was after he threatened that he'd get shot. He's like, I'm in a red shirt. My favourite is the red shirt.
Well, there's always one. There's always one. But, okay, let's look. We'll cut this, we'll simplify this a bit first, shall we? 1, 3, 5, 9. Show of hands for any of those. If you like the motion picture, the search for Spock. You missed 7. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. I do beg your pardon. Kept on my toes. 1, 3, 5, 9, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Is anybody, okay, 1, motion picture. Okay, we've got a vote here. You in the back, sir. 5? 5. The Final Frontier. No way. Hey, you heard it there. There's at least one.
William Shatner.
There's always one. There's always one. There you go. And you, sir, with your hands still up. Insurrection. Insurrection?
9. Good choice.
9. Good choice. Yes, sir. Which one? The motion picture again. There's 2 for the motion picture.
2 faces, please.
Yes. The Voyage Home. That's an even number. That's an even number. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Oh, Search for Spock. I beg your pardon. I couldn't hear it from up here. Who else has got a big thing for the Search for Spock? 1, 2. It's actually not that bad. It's not that. I have a gripe because I know what it was meant to be. I know it was really meant to launch the Romulans into the movie franchise. And they came up with complications. The Search for Spock, having actually seen Starfleet in The Wrath of Khan, the second ship, you know, space dock, regular one, and new uniforms and all the rest. And the Klingons got a new language, remade ships in the motion picture, they had a big thing. Star Trek 3 was supposed to introduce the Romulans. And the Bird of Prey was based on the Romulan ships, with the wings underneath and all the rest. It's a Romulan ship. Some bright spark realized, hang on, Kirk has a fist fight at the end of this. A Romulan's not going to get into a fist fight with a human. He's just going to shoot it and leave. And I went, oh yeah, we didn't think of that. Rather than actually have a shootout at the OK Corral between Starfleet and Romulans, a nice big phaser battle, what they actually did was go, that's a good point, we need a fist fight. Change them to Klingons, no one will care. Suddenly, the Romulans aren't in the big screen, except for Romulan Ambassador Nonpluss, they don't appear. And unfortunately, that hurts me a little. Because I would like to have seen the Romulans. I mean, it was a bird of prey. It's what we've been waiting for fans of Romulus. It wasn't to be. Instead, we got Doc Brown as a most remarkable Klingon, the most amazing Klingon, and not a bad movie. It wasn't Romulans. Never mind. Still, I think I was counting down odd numbers. I reached number 3, I'd seen a number. I saw somebody over here raise his hand for an odd numbered film that he likes. Yes, you sir. Which one? I can't hear. You know what? I'm going to move. I can only hear so many people from up here. The motion picture again. You know, they're breathing.
Motion picture.
Another one. They're like tribbles. They just, another one just appears. The motion picture. Why?
It's just got an awesome soundtrack. I just like the pace of it. I know it's really slow, but I just think it's good.
You're in it for the music. You like 2001 as well, don't you? Yeah, I can see that. Guys, all about the music. Not bad at all. Who am I? Over here, sir. Please excuse me.
My favorite thing was Generations. Started Generations.
How can you like that?
Generations is an awesome film.
They killed Kirk!
Now this is part of the debate.
They killed Kirk. I like Generations.
And he wasn't on his own.
Come on.
This is got a special place being the first TNG movie.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, I'll give you that. Okay, fine. Anybody else for an odd number, or shall we move to the even? Oh wait, there is another one. Yes, ma'am. What have you got for me? You're going to actually come up with a doozy. Would you believe this, guys? Sam? Another one. Oh, imagine that. The motion picture. Show of hands, who actually loves the motion picture?
Oh, well, respect you. Respect you for being brave.
You know, that's actually quietly impressive.
Jumping.
I can understand why, and you as well.
Yeah, I like the motion picture. I think because we've had so many years without Kirk and Spock, to finally see them reunited was just wonderful. I think for those who have liked Star Trek for years and years and missed them, to see them back there, especially see the Enterprise, for 10 whole minutes with not a word said, that was just wonderful.
It's got very good cinematography as well. It's very stylishly done as a movie, I think.
Yeah,
I was quite happy with the 10 minutes of the Enterprise. The music was really good as well.
As the gentleman down there says, the soundtrack is beautiful.
It is.
I watched the motion picture. I watched it a little while ago, just as a break from Voyager, and I gotta admit, the motion picture had elements that none of the others gave us. The interior of the Enterprise, the cargo bays, the shuttle bays, the interior of Starfleet Command, the train that arrived ferrying Admiral Kirk to his meeting. I mean, there was a lot that the motion picture gave us. Unfortunately, a lot of it is forgotten in favor of a very dramatic entrance to V'Ger and the most interesting electric guitar riff ever used on film. That was it. That's all you heard. What V'Ger? Electric guitar. Jimi Hendrix is behind it somewhere. But it's a good film. It's got things.
It's a good movie. Not my favourite. It's not the best, but it's a good movie.
It certainly got something that the others didn't. I want to find out our first red shirt exactly why. For him, it's something special.
Two things. First of all, it had the Star Trek spirit. You could feel it all the way around. And, the other movies were Star Trek, but they didn't have this sci-fi Star Trek feeling. And the second thing, historically, I can thank the first motion movie for the thing I'm wearing, because it was its success that brought the next generation to life.
Can't argue that.
I think we've established that, motion picture gets a lot of stick, but actually we've got a lot of respect for it. And whilst it's not our favourite movie, I think we can move on and hold it in our heart for it. I'm going to look at it differently now. I'm going to go back and watch it and look at it again through your eyes.
Even numbered movies. For years and years.
Can we just say that First Contact's the best movie and be done with it? Oh, please. Let me just ask the question, does anyone not like First Contact? I rest my case.
Does anyone like a movie more than First Contact? Does anyone else want to pick for the top spot, the official Destination Star Trek London all-time favourite movie? Who wants to do it?
Okay.
We're going to go to this zombie man in the front.
Wrath of Khan.
Popular choice. Another good choice.
Any particular reason why is it better than First Contact?
I think it's just like Shatner versus Khan. So you got to see him originally in the series, and just more than actually fighting.
You like the fight element?
Would you have preferred if they had actually had a scene with Shatner and Ricardo Montalban? Because obviously all we saw was over the view screens? Do you think it would have added it if we actually saw them face to face?
No, I think it was improved that it was just faceless as such, ship on ship, and being Federation versus Federation as well was even better.
Thank you.
Okay. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
It probably has the most iconic moments of all the movies, I would say. Just stuff that will stay in memory. Kirk shooting Khan is just...
Actually, you know what? I think William Shatner was there. Do you think we all shout Khan? He'll hear us.
Yes, let's do it.
1, 2, 3, Khan! I reckon you might have got that. Here's someone over here.
Hi, I would say The Undiscovered Country.
Another good choice.
Purely because it was the proper end of Kirk, the end of the original crew. They did it well. They filled it full of hope, and some of the messages that Roddenberry tried to say.
It was a nice link as well to the Next Generation, which we've seen before. And I think it's a really nice way to end off the original series movie. So that's probably my favourite original movie, I would say. Good choice.
I think it ended with a beautiful piece of music as well.
You became my new best friend.
With you.
Definitely.
Are there any Voyage Home fans? Voyage Home Sleep?
Oh, the one with the whales. Come on, it's got to be more than just.
It's a fun movie. It's a funny movie.
It's a fun film.
I like the sickness of the whales. I think it's very relevant to the time, isn't it? And killing all the whales off, you know.
An environmental message.
A lot of funny bits in it as well.
I entirely agree. I think that's a very environmental message. And actually, I think that could be sometimes better than having one baddie, having the character against character, the personality, but actually having a theme that you're struggling against. And I think that's something I'd really like to see Star Trek movies go back to. It's what the TV shows are very good at. And the movies always seem to have this, like the protagonist, antagonist theme. And I think that's a really good message that they put through in the Voyage Home. Anyone else?
For years on Earth, it was always Star Trek 2 or Star Trek 6, both done by Nicholas Meyer. And then First Contact came into the fray. It's fairly safe to say that we like our space battles. We like our action films. We love watching torpedoes puncture through holes or ships explode, and an element of sacrifice. I'm fairly safe to say that the top 3 are probably going to be Wrath of Khan, Undiscovered Country, and First Contact. However, in what order? Now, granted, I hold my hand up, First Contact was a good movie. But once the first 15 minutes are done, I can think of better things to do than watch Tricks 2 or Jeffrey Students.
Outside.
No. Fed up with
amazing.
Data's continuous, constant struggle with emotion and humanity and his quips. You know, there's a lot in First Contact. Away from the fact that the Vulcan expression, live long and prosper, is actually a message that you say when you depart, not when you meet. Peace and long life is what you say when you meet somebody. Live long and prosper is what you say when you're going. To have a Vulcan arrive on your planet and say, live long and prosper, it's basically leaving again. You know?
But surely if they put that in Star Trek as a greeting, that's now canon, and therefore it is now greeting.
Canon. Love that word. Canon. Okay. Everybody loves First Contact. But why? Is it just because it's an action flick? Why do you actually love First Contact? You have an answer for me?
Yes, I do. To me, it shows that humanity screwed up, things got worse than they are today. World War III, humans pretty much gone, and they managed to climb out of that to improve things, and it's when they make First Contact with the Vulcans, and it's the start.
That's absolutely right.
It's the start of humanity in the Trek universe as we see it, and that is inspirational.
my favourite lines from that movie is towards the end where they're talking to Zephyr Cochrane and Deanna says, you know, everything starts to change because of what you do. You know, poverty, war, it'll all be gone within 50 years. Beautiful moment in that movie.
And what does he say? You know what my inspiration was? Dollar signs. Money.
No, but, yeah, well, he was a human of that era. He wasn't the visionary that everyone took him for, but he did become that man.
It just goes to show what we achieve by personal growth, doesn't it? It also Zephyr Cochrane, in a way, visualises the whole of humanity. Someone who starts off very flawed, but then if someone like Zephyr Cochrane is a heavy drinker and
dances like your dad. Dances like your dad.
He does like me. And then if he can make that change, and that's the beauty of First Contact, because it is all about change, but also for me, it ties in the whole of the Star Trek universe. And so in that Voyager, Future Dead, it goes around like that. And if it wasn't for that episode, the Enterprise episode would make sense. And it sort of ties in the fact that Q sent the crew of the Enterprise D into the Delta Quadrant in early TG. Everything is all wrapped up in that one film.
But it totally throws out the original series. Where is Zephyr Cochrane from?
Yes, I know they said he's Zephyr
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
He's not from Montana. He's not from Earth. Everybody knows that. Change the original series.
Actually said he was from Alpha Centauri. They called him Zephyr Cochrane of Alpha Centauri. I know that would normally mean he was from there, but it could have been some other title he was given. He could have moved to Alpha Centauri and made it his second home, and he became known as that. I'm just trying to justify the name.
Records from that David Ray sketch you got with the Third World War, no?
You know, because that's always my first point. Oh, hell, they're dropping bombs. You know what? I'm going to go visit the nearest star system.
I'll invent a warp drive so I can go there.
My Facebook page says I'm from Wales, so...
You heard it here first. But, okay, it's established. I think you might already have your win. I'm not entirely sure I agree with your choice for First Contact being the best movie. It's up to me.
It's not up to us.
To me, my favourite is The Undiscovered Country. It's the closest to an actual Star Trek episode on the big screen. It's got everything. It's got your aliens, it's got your hostile nations, it's got ships, adventure, it's got a problem, both politically, you've got to save the lives of your captain, your crew. It is what Star Trek was in the original series. I have a question.
Praxis at the stars and inhabitants in the sun.
Now there you go, that's where you got your ideas from. They blew up Praxis at the start, which obviously, flashback, Voyager episode.
Yes.
Featured again. It's Undiscovered Country is really ties in every race you could think of. Not just with cameos from Michael Dorn, but the Klingons, the Romulans, the Federation. Go ahead.
Best line, cry havoc and slip the dogs of the wall. Klingon and Hamlet and Klingon, the best you could ever want.
Not Richard Shakespeare.
Can't argue with that.
What about anybody else's point of view? Yes.
I'd actually say that rather than First Contact being the best, Generations is one of the best, because that ties together the whole two men dominated by their careers who both lost their families and for duty and for honour, and that's the best bits in the Nexus, where they say, Kirk says to him, I think the galaxy owes me one. I was saying the day when your grandfather was in diapers, and he says, you're a Starfleet officer, and then he says to him at that jump, I may have jumped this leap 50 times and it scared me every single time. This time it didn't, probably because I know it's not real. That ties together the whole, the universe isn't a perfect place, which Gene Roddenberry designed it to be. So that's a good thing, because it means that not always perfect, and it's the way that humanity will never ever be. So I think that's the best way it can be. And it's the same in DS9 with the Dominion. So, humanity is not going to be perfect, and why should it?
Good point.
And well made.
We've got someone over the back.
I'm going to really throw the cat amongst the pigeons here when I say this. Can we consider, because I read this in a list, can we consider Galaxy Quest to be a better Star Trek movie? Because it's the perfect Star Trek party. It's a much better film than number 5, and it's certainly a much better film than number 1. So can we put Galaxy Quest somewhere in that list?
That's up to you.
If we put Galaxy Quest in that list, where would you put it?
Ooh, 4th? Or we're thinking 5, 5th?
Push at 5.
Yeah.
Push at 5, definitely.
5. Well, I think we should definitely include it as an official nomination, or maybe a tribute. Our favourite tribute movie to Star Trek has definitely been secured, I think. What about Nemesis? I'm a really big Nemesis fan. I think that's a really good film.
It's an outrage.
I think Nemesis is...
Sorry. Hey, take this. Go ahead. Say that again.
I can't count Nemesis just for the joystick moment. They just ruined the entire film for me. It just... What's this thing? Is it... Oh, sorry guys.
Joystick and Insurrection, Nemesis. Picard's clone that looks nothing like Picard.
Personally, I think Nemesis is actually what the Undiscovered Country did for the old crew, and it sort of does it for the new crew in a way. You know, you have Data die, and to be honest with you, I remember seeing this when it first came out in the cinema, and it was a truly tear-jerking moment when Data dies and he says, "Oh, goodbye," and he then disappears. I tell you, I felt something there that I haven't felt in a long, long time, and I am probably one of the most devoted Star Trek movie fans. I've watched them all about 20,000 times, and yeah, Nemesis for me was probably not the best, but most certainly a very good contender for the best film.
So can I just ask? Sorry, Rules. Can I just ask then, with Nemesis? Do you not just think the last half an hour is a rehash of the Wrath of Khan? Instead of 4 minutes, we have 7 minutes. Data, who I love, dies just like Spock. I was upset too, but at the end of the film, I went home and I thought, I've just watched the Wrath of Khan again. Do we think that? What do we think? Thank you. A couple of claps.
This one.
Oh, we've got one at the back and then I'll come to you.
But I think the writing in Nemesis is very good because, for me, it's a gripping film.
Nemesis.
Sorry, could you...
I think the writing in Nemesis is very good because, for me, it's a gripping film.
I agree, it was a well-written film. I just felt that it was too much like The Wrath of Khan. Even the writer himself said his favourite Star Trek film was The Wrath of Khan, and you could see elements of that within the script. Sorry.
Yeah, I just thought that the whole death of Data was negated by the fact that he has an extra copy somewhere, B4, and they'll just download it into that later on anyway. So I thought, I was quite surprised when we didn't get Star Trek 11 with Search for Data, because I thought that they opened it up there. And if you're a really, really big Trekkie nerd like me and you read the comics, they actually brought Data back in that anyway in Countdown, which was the prelude to the J.J. Abrams Star Trek film. So he came back anyway, so it kind of negated the whole ending for me.
One over here. Go ahead.
Hello, yeah, I was going to, before you said the same thing about the Wrath of Khan and Nemesis, I was going to say the same thing about Data. And there's a correlation between the end of the Wrath of Khan and the beginning of Search for Spock, where Spock dies and then gets put back into another body, and then exactly the same thing happens in Nemesis with Data. So that sort of links those two movies together.
You know what, to be perfectly honest, I went to the cinema to watch Nemesis, and it was the first time I'd actually left the cinema disappointed with a Star Trek movie. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be the last.
What about Star Trek 5?
You know what?
You weren't disappointed. You didn't feel violated and insulted.
No, I actually didn't feel. It's interesting you should choose the word violated. I did not actually feel violated by 5. I was a bit I was a bit disappointed in as much as there wasn't enough external, shall we say. The story is Star Trek. If you actually look at the basis level of The Final Frontier, you've actually got...
it's pure Star Trek. It's just bad.
It's a perfect story. It's a perfect Star Trek story. A man who professes to be some sort of prophet comes on board and, using varying degrees of brainwashing techniques or whatever else, manages to convince you of a greater deity who is going to make everything work out. And using a series of mass hypnosis and terrorist activities, goes on some hell-bent mission to get it.
I agree. The underlying plot is pure Star Trek. It was just badly executed.
Unfortunately, Star Trek V had complications with weather, budget, props, special effects, everything. I wouldn't say direct. Well, okay, maybe a little direct. But there were external complications which actually spelled the downfall of 5. Granted, in today's world, we could CGI it up and see it exactly as it was meant to be. We could. And it's... part of me hopes that someday somebody's going to grab a Blu-ray thing and just do just that. But it's one of those Star Trek films which, as so often episodes do, it fell short of its potential. But I wouldn't necessarily say it violated me.
They went to the centre of the galaxy, come on.
Again, when I reviewed that for our podcast about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I'd watched it in 20 years, and I had to have 4 cans of strong lager just to sit through and watch that movie. And when we reviewed it, Wayne, who I host the show with over there taking the video, I said, no, I don't want to come on for this show because I haven't got a good thing to say about it. He says, no, it's not that bad, come on and review it. He watched it again. What did you say, Wayne?
Why?
Why, exactly.
Here we go. Hello, my name is Sean. 2 of the movies which I really liked were Generations and Search for Spock.
Do you want to take that?
I thought the third movie, Bringing Spock Back, was fantastic, and it was linked quite well and connected well with the Wrath of Khan. So it's a sequel to Wrath of Khan, actually, and so Generations for me, bringing the 2 captains back, and Search for Spock. Those are 2 movies I really liked.
Okay, I think we're probably getting close towards the end now. Actually, I'm just going to have a quick chat about Star Trek 09. 09. Have we got a lot of support for 09 yet? Woo! Excellent. And how does it fare against First Contact? So just to see whether we need to have a debate about it or whether is it going to actually win the debate today? Show of hands for Star Trek 09. Favourite film?
Favourite film? J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 09 is your favourite film.
Okay.
You're all high.
Favourite for making me angry.
Hello there. Okay, then shall we...
Hello there. Can I just add a few points to Star Trek 2009? I personally feel that J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 2009 hasn't brought anything new to the table. Because I think there's already existing material in the original timeline for Star Trek to explore. They could have explored Crystal Pike's adventures, they could have explored Enterprise B, and they could have gone further forward with Enterprise, beyond Enterprise D, and the meeting of the 2 captains. Again, because William Shatner has written books called Ashes of Eden, The Return, and Avenger, where Captain Kirk comes back to life. There's a lot of material, existing material in Star Trek that they could have explored, rather than going back in time and rehashing the whole thing and going back to the neo-classic Trek team. The original team was always the best. Thank you.
Can't argue with that at all.
And I think a lot of us here who are fans would love to see more Star Trek. I don't think, to me, it doesn't devalue what 2009 did. But I think a lot of us would really love to see either a new series or a new TV crew, because we love those crews. We want to see how they're getting on. And it'd be great to see how the 24th century is getting on.
I got a quick question. I saw a couple over here that said 2009 was their favourite. And I got to ask, are you new Trekkies? Had you never seen Star Trek before?
No, I'm a 25-year Trekker. I would say, to respond to that guy, neither of us are wrong. We're all here because we love Star Trek. And I think what 09 does is go back to what Roddenberry did, which is character-driven. Characters fighting against evil in whatever form it is, whether it's Khan, whether it's a bad movie, whether it's the Borg. It's what we believe in versus what is wrong. And to your point earlier on where you said that a good Star Trek film is where the protagonist is the bad guy, I would say a good Star Trek film is when the theme is born out of the protagonist. Calm, the control, the ear thing, Borg's control, against what we believe. We're all optimists. Star Treks are optimists, and I just want the next generation to see that. And 09 gives them a gateway for that. It takes all of our preconceptions.
It's brought people. It's brought on new fans. It's brought in new people to the franchise, which is fantastic. Brought new fans in.
That's true. Absolutely, 110%. Absolutely, it really opened the door and brought in a lot of new fans. Somebody up here mentioned the word canon earlier.
That would be me.
Indeed, it would. And how many holes in canon can you find in 2009?
Lots.
Lots and lots.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots. To the point where, for me, I was overjoyed to see it back. But like all of you, overjoyed.
But it is an alternate timeline.
That's such a get out of jail free card.
It's a way to it's a good one. And do what you want and not have to be hindered by anything that happened before. So J.J. Abrams actually did that. It's not my favourite movie. I do like it. It's not my favourite movie, but by creating an alternate timeline, he can do whatever he wants in the future, and it's not hindered by anything that's happened before.
Unfortunately, he didn't quite do it right. Unfortunately, his alternate timeline stems at a point which is after when it should have stemmed. Kirk was born on a farm in Iowa. His mother was not in Starfleet.
True.
His mother, families weren't allowed on ships. What is she doing there? Why wasn't he at a farm?
She was there on a visit.
Where was his brother? You know? It would have been just as well for him to actually get a video message and say, "We're sorry, Mrs. Kirk, we lost contact with your father's ship."
Yeah, but the death scene at the beginning wouldn't have been anywhere near as dramatic. That's one of the great points of that movie is the death scene at the beginning. The emotion.
Before it, not just after it. Before it.
I have a question over here, sorry.
Isn't it like that basically we all want to see the next movie with the TNG cast, but we're disappointed that that didn't happen, and that's maybe why we hate Star Trek 9?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. When Nemesis came out, I was happy to take my hat off and send The Next Generation sailing into the sunset. I thought after 7 years on TV, and then another 4 films, I was quite happy to say, okay, you've done your bit, on you go. I was hoping that either Deep Space Nine or Voyager might make it onto the big screen. Instead, we went back to rehash something that we've already all know and learned already. I was hoping that in the vein of Star Trek, going forward, permanently looking forward, we parody it in the song, always going forward because we can't find reverse. I thought we'd be going forward, but instead they went back. For me, that seemed like a wasted opportunity. However, as my colleague here quite rightly says, it opened the door to a heck of a lot of people who had never given Star Trek a chance, who had never given an audience, and it did its job.
Just out of interest, is there anyone here who'd never seen Star Trek before they watched 2009 and then got into it?
There you go. There you go. 2, 3.
Okay. Case in point.
You hated it. You dragged in and your daughter. There we go. A Trek that takes her daughter. She comes out spitting feathers, and her daughter comes out and goes, "Wow, that was awesome! Why didn't you tell me about this before?"
Well, First Contact was the movie that got my wife into Star Trek.
That's why you like it. That's why you like it. But now you've got it. It's not not because it's a good movie, it's because you got your wife into it. That's cheating. You can't do that.
There's a comic that goes with that if you read around the 09 Countdown, it's called, that actually I think helps the developed Trekkie, who wants the tech and the more information, the more in-depth storyline. It really helps you understand the story a lot more, and it's also got a lot more ties and links to the 24th century and the prime timeline. It helped me absorb Star Trek 09 a lot better, knowing there's another timeline still continuing.
And isn't it amazing that they needed to actually print something to explain what they put on film? I mean, have you ever heard of a publication being made to explain Star Trek the motion picture, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, or any of the others? They had to write something to explain it, because even Trekkies were sat there going, what the hell is this? Really? It wasn't just Trekkies. Hang on a minute.
So, the only reason they wrote that is because only Trekkies are asking that. If no one had seen Star Trek before and let's go to 09, it was a complete blank canvas. They didn't know or care about what happened before. They didn't need to know. The Trekkies are the ones going, what the hell? And therefore, the comic was written for the Trekkies who had those questions.
Well, for me, Star Trek Online is like the best portal for non-believers to start and to get a first glimpse of what Star Trek is. True story, our first movie I've seen with my current girlfriend was Star Trek Online, and she was like, okay, show me more. And I have another Trek on board now.
Yeah, I think the alternate universe is a complete and utter cop-out, because time travel never works like that in Star Trek at all. And then suddenly, Abrams wants us all to go, oh yeah, the canon universe still exists, because they went back in time and diverged, and that has never been, it happens in other sci-fi series, that's never been seen to happen. And I think that's a bit of Abrams' work with Lost going through, which has some of the worst time travel I've ever seen.
Right, so we've got one last speaker at the front, and then I think we should put it to the vote.
Sorry.
Yeah, two last speakers.
I just want to say the 09 film, it hit the big red reset button, which is Star Trek pretty much invented, and that's great, but it serves only one purpose. It took us back in the loop so we can start again, a load more people can see it, but the only purpose 09 serves is to form the foundation for a new series. We want a new series on the TV every week with that cast.
Yay!
With that cast.
So, just one more point, please. Okay, I'm the guy who likes Star Trek 5, okay? The only guy who seems in the universe like it. But I just want to raise a point about Star Trek 5 in about 2009. Seems to be there's a bit of vitriol about those films and other films. And surely, the whole thing about Star Trek is infinite diversity, is infinite combinations. You sure we should be celebrating them all. I'm just quite surprised that there's such vitriol for these films. For me, okay, I could go on about why I like Star Trek 5, cinematography, the music, everything was just a package very theatrically directed by Shatner, which surprised me. But, surely, watch them again, open your minds and think, okay, what Abrams is doing now, surely he's allowed to do it. Okay, it goes outside canon maybe a little bit, but there's an awful lot in Star Trek that does go outside canon. There's a couple of things that can go awry. But I just want to say that, just kind of be a bit more open-minded about it.
I just want to mention the thing about 09 that drove me nuts. Well, two things. One, ship design. That doesn't change massively with a time reset. Two, red matter. Two problems I just can't get over for that film.
Right,
I'm with you on the ship design.
I think that's all we've got time for now, I'm
Do you want to run your vote?
Pardon?
Do you want to run your vote?
I think we should go to the vote for the official Destination Star Trek London favourite movie. And I think that the gentleman made a very valid point at the back that, as Trekkies we love them all. But unfortunately we've got to pick just one today, so
you said 2, 6 and 8, didn't you?
Wrath of Khan, show of hands.
Show of hands, sir.
Oh, it's quite a lot of
Persuaded by cheers.
Yeah, if you feel the need to cheer on your favourites,
You want to cheer? You want to yell? You want to stand up? Kiss the girl next to you, go ahead. Wrath of Khan. Okay?
The Undiscovered Country? Okay. First Contact. I think
Check again, the motion picture.
I think we have our winner.
I think we've had it. Well, so this looks like First Contact is the official destination Star Trek London favourite movie.
Galaxy Quest. There we go.
Wait. First Contact.
Galaxy Quest.
First Contact.
Resistance is futile. Right, well, thank you, Ron. This is CBS official Trekologist.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
A Trek mate, Mark.
Thank you.
Michael, and myself, Carol.
Thank you, Sam and Carol, the Trekkie Girls.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for joining me. Enjoy your stay.
We are Trekmates. Lower your iPod and surrender your time. Your enthusiasm and passion for Star Trek will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.